All right, let's talk about something really important in software development. It's an idea that seems simple on the surface, but it gets to the heart of our culture, our professionalism, and what it really means to be an engineer. It's called the Boy Scout role.
So check this out. It all starts with a question. An engineer walks up and asks, "Hey, should I create a ticket for this small refactor?" And the reaction is just fascinating. First, laughter, but then anger. Why such a strong response?
Because, that question, it's not really about process. It's a symptom. It's a sign that the culture is sick. It tells you that you're in an environment where skilled professionals feel like they have to ask for permission just to do their job right.
And that sickness, well, it has a name. We can call it the permission disease. It's this creeping culture of seeking permission for everything. And frankly, it's rotting our industry from the inside out.
Just take a second and think about your own job. Does any of this sound familiar? That feeling that you're being treated like a kid who can't be trusted? Or maybe you're just drowning in a backlog that never shrinks, while the only thing management seems to care about is ticket velocity. We're told over and over, ignore the mess for now, just ship the feature, with this empty promise that we'll clean it up later. But later never really comes, does it? And all those broken promises, where do they end up? Well, they lead us to a pretty grim place, a place the source material calls the graveyard of good intentions. We have these nice, clean, corporate terms for it. We call it the technical debt backlog. It sounds so official, so manageable, but let's be real about what it actually is. It's a graveyard. It's where good code and our good intentions go to die, buried under the pressure of the next feature release.
And this is the lie that we tell ourselves to feel better about the mess, the legendary refactor sprint. We've all heard it. It's this fantasy that one day we'll get to pause everything and just clean up. But it's almost always a lie, told by people who just don't get how this works.
And this slide just perfectly illustrates the totally predictable, self-inflicted disaster that follows. Step 1, you ignore the mess. Step 2, the code starts to suffer from this slow rot. Then a year or two down the line, everything grinds to a halt. Step 3, the frantic, all-hands-on-deck emergency meeting. And what's the grand solution everyone comes up with? Step 4, the big rewrite. It's a tragic cycle of failure, but there's a much, much better way.
So, how do we break out of this loop? The solution isn't some complex, heavyweight new process. In fact, it's a beautifully simple principle that really defines what it means to be a professional. It's the Boy Scout rule.
The rule itself is just elegant. It's simple. Leave the campsite, in our case, the codebase, cleaner than you found it. That's it. It's about a continuous, everyday act of care. So what does that actually look like day to day? It's all about small, constant improvements. You see a variable called data, give it a name that actually means something. You see the same chunk of code copied in 3 different files, extract it into a shared function. And this last point is, without a doubt, the most important one. No meetings, no tickets, no permission. You don't ask, you just do it, because you're a professional who can be trusted to do your job well.
And this right here is probably the most critical mindset shift you have to make. This continuous cleaning, this constant act of care, it isn't extra work that you do on the side. This is the work. Your job is not just to close tickets. It's to build and maintain high-quality software.
Of course, the moment you suggest this, the excuses start flying. I can almost hear the yeah buts from here. So let's just go ahead and tackle those excuses head on.
The first excuse is always rooted in fear. This will be total chaos. Well, no. If you're afraid of a small, incremental refactor, that's not a problem with the rule. That's a trust issue. It means the real problem is you don't have the professional safety nets in place, like a good test suite, that would allow you to make changes safely.
Okay, excuse number 2 is about process. This will make code reviews impossible to read. Again, that's not a problem with refactoring. It's a problem with developer discipline. Learn to use your tools. One commit for the cleanup, a separate commit for the new feature. It's not that complicated. It's just about being a professional.
And now the big one, the one that gets into management and performance.
But we need tickets to track all the work. Let's just be honest and call this what it is. It's micromanagement. It's treating engineers like assembly line workers, where your value is measured by how many tickets you close, not by the quality of what you build.
So all of this really leads to a fundamental choice. It's a challenge, really, about what kind of professional you want to be and what kind of team you want to create.
For all the managers out there, the choice is put right in front of you. Do you want to lead a team of empowered, trusted professionals? Or do you want to babysit a group of people who are scared to do anything without asking permission? Because at the end of the day, it's a simple, hard truth. Either you trust the team you hired to do their jobs, or you need to admit you hired the wrong people.
And for every single engineer, the challenge is just as direct. It's time to stop asking for permission to do your job properly. Have professional pride. When you see a mess, clean it. Make the code better. Nobody's going to give you a ticket for it. It's not someone else's job. It is your responsibility.
Because when it's all said and done, technical debt is not a line item in a backlog that you can just schedule away. It's not one big problem. It's the slow, creeping rot that comes from 1,000 small compromises, 1,000 moments where we chose to look the other way. And the only cure is 1,000 small acts of care.
Which brings us right back to the final question, the one you have to answer for yourself every single day you open up your editor. Are you an engineer, a professional who builds and maintains quality software, or are you just a ticket closer? The choice is yours.